A new year, a new school year that is, and we're changing it up. In this video, I'll be talking about how our homeschool year is going so far and the changes that we've had to make. Also, please stick around because I'll be doing a fun little giveaway. If you're new here, I'm Yuri, dentist turned homeschool mom to 5 kids. We're in our 9th year of homeschooling, and this year we have a 7th grader, a 5th grader, a 3rd grader, a kindergartner, and a preschooler. I feel like every year has looked a little different, especially when dealing with different seasons of our lives and the changes of ages of our kids and the different temperaments as the kids may grow and change over time. So this year is definitely no exception to looking different. I'm still working things out, but we've had to make some adjustments to help our routine run smoother in the day and also to help with my sanity. And if you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button so that you stay up to date. I have a lot of content lined up and I can't wait to share with you. Also, this is a collaboration hosted by Davene from Calm in the Chaos Homeschool and Shauna from Homegrown Homeschool. I really enjoy watching these ladies' channels, and they actually have become really good friends of mine. So make sure to check out their channels and also check out the playlist about how the school year is going so far. We all make plans and have a picture of idealism of what the school year is going to look like, to find out that things don't always go the way you expect them to go. So this year we're trying a few things. While we usually start our school year the first week of August, we decided to incorporate some outings and some field trips in August when the public schools have typically started back up. And usually when the public schools have started back up, crowds have died down, and some places do deals that are only good for the summer. So we decided to try to take advantage of that and go on some fun field trips to kickstart our school year. And isn't it awesome that because of homeschooling, we can start school on our own terms? So instead of our usual early August start, we started school the last week of August. I actually would have opted to start school after Labor Day, but I wanted to start early enough so that we can have a more flexible winter break. And also because we do have a move coming up in the spring. But fortunately, this time our move will be a stateside move. Our last move was from Germany back to stateside, and we didn't even see our home goods for a good 2 to 3 months. Anyway, we're really liking the change of having a late start to our school year. And we may actually continue it for the years to come, where we try to go on some field trips to kickstart our school years. And another change, and a big one for us, is that we are not a part of a CC community this year. And depending on the situation and circumstances, we will join a CC community when we move. The program is phenomenal, and it's kind of strange not being a part of a community since we've been a part of a CC community since our oldest was 4 years old, and now she is 12 years old. I definitely was not ready for summer to end, even though during the summer we were pretty much doing some light school days. We were finishing our schoolwork from the previous school year and trying to get some work in to help with our upcoming move. Because we know that with a move, there's that transition where you might not get much school in or any school in at all. So I'm still not quite ready for this year to start. But for this year, we're still trying to work things out and figuring out a routine for our family. The hardest part is trying to incorporate our now 3-year-old toddler, especially when we're trying to loop subjects like history and science. And to get some more of that organization and structure in, we've started a new system where we're using binders for our routine. And our oldest is the one who suggested using binders instead of notebooks for her own subjects in order to save on paper, space, and moving parts. I'll share more specifically on what's in our binders and how we use them in a different video. So make sure to subscribe so you don't miss that video coming up. They basically include a lot of what we go over in our morning time together. And one of my favorite parts about the binders is that the pages are in page protectors so that the kids can take out their dry erase markers and doodle on the pages while they're listening to me read or go over some things. And it's great, especially if they need something to do, unless they have something already that they're working on, like our oldest who's always working on some crochet project. And so far, it's working out pretty well. And the binders also include, especially for our older kids, includes their worksheets and tests. And in front of their binders is a lesson plan customized for that particular child so that they can go and check off whatever they have done, and also to help with building responsibility and independence. Another change I thought we needed involves helping our two youngest ones, who are 5 and 3 years old, get more immediate attention early on in the day. But I'm finding that I'm not ready and I don't have the energy to give them that intentional time before our morning time together. Especially since getting food ready for the day takes so much energy, especially when I'm trying to get some Bible time to myself and also maybe even a workout in before the kids wake up. But what seems to help, for at least to kill some time, is to get some blocks out or some other activities like sorting or even puzzles, especially for our 3-year-old. She's the most challenging one, especially before the other kids wake up. Our 3 older kids are still getting back into the groove of starting their independent work, doing their morning chores, and also getting ready for the day before we gather for breakfast and morning time at 8:30. And this would have been a really big challenge in the past because our son used to need me and want me for every little section of his schoolwork. But he's getting a lot better at it and is helping a lot to instill responsibility and independence. So last year we looped history and science in the afternoons after a quick lunch, but we have moved that loop to the morning after our usual morning time. Our oldest is the one who wanted to try moving our history and science to the morning after a morning time, even though it does make for a longer morning time together. But it does help with the flow of our day. And I also like that I don't have to do a major subject after lunch. But instead, we are going over some memory verses and doing read aloud during lunch or right after lunch. So far, looping science and history in the morning seems to be going pretty well, but I do at times find it a juggle to keep our youngest engaged, and even though I give her some fun hands-on activities to do. So we're kind of still working on that part, and every day looks different, so it's hard to say. We also changed from listening to our audio for our Knotgrass history program to me reading out loud the text, or at least summarizing the key points, because we're not really engaging and retaining what we're hearing as Mrs. Knotgrass reads in the audio, unfortunately. And I may have our oldest do history on her own next year, because she's voicing that she retains and learns more when she does work independently. And I'm also learning that it's not the best idea to plan a whole year's worth of materials. For instance, I had printed a whole year's worth of a particular curriculum to find that our family's not enjoying it and it's not a great fit for our family. Here I am with all these papers that I had printed out for 3 to 4 kids. I'm thinking I wasted a lot of time and printing resources. So next year I'm planning on preparing a half a year's worth of materials or even a quarter's worth of a program. I got the Not Consumed to Every Nation, thinking that we would incorporate it in our morning time maybe once a week, but we have decided to move it to our bedtime routine. I like it okay so far, but it's funny because it turns out that I really like this free Torchlighters activity book better. in the way it's organized and the content. So the Torchlighters activity book comes with a set of 4 DVDs, which we watch either Saturday or Sunday before church. And then we would go over the pages from this activity book throughout the week during our bedtime routine. If you would like to see these 2 programs more in depth and see how we use these programs for our family, I can make a separate video. But I have found that a lot of the missionaries in these 2 resources don't overlap. So these 2 programs cover a big array of missionaries, and so we get a really rich study in missionaries together as a family. And since we're doing them together in the evenings, my husband gets to be part of that. And so my husband will read the Bible to the kids, and we'll sing some hymns and pray together, and we'll also get to study the missionaries together as a family. So far, we like most of the resources that we have chosen for the school year, like our Berean Builders Science program. But there are some resources that we hardly get to and haven't even started, like Master Books, Beginning Spanish for Families, because we already have so much going on, and that Master Books Spanish program is a subscription, so I just haven't gotten myself to get in on that subscription. But overall, we're figuring it all out. We do have a lot of rough days, and most days there will be some sort of a hiccup, but overall, we are liking the flow of our days so far. Every family's flow is unique, and if it's working for your family, then there's no need to change. So if it's working for your family, I would totally just stick with it. Oh, okay. Oh, you're here. Okay. Okay. Oh, goodness. Okay, come here. I hope this video was helpful, or at least encouraging as you get the year going. And I told y'all I would have a little giveaway. So our daughter started an Etsy shop during the summer. And she's learning that business is not easy, and it takes a lot of work. And she is an amazing crocheter, and she has been crocheting all kinds of things and trying to get a lot of listings up. And she would like for the funds to go towards Compassion International. And so I have a set of 3 keychains, or you can call them tags. They are great for, your backpacks or your lunch bags, purses, anything really. I mean, even when we were in Germany, we would travel a lot because traveling was pretty affordable, and we traveled very, very frequently. So having something on our luggage was really helpful to identify our luggage. So something like this to put on your luggage is really helpful to be able to find them easily. So I am giving our daughter the money so that she can use it for it to go towards Compassion International. But I would like to give away a set of 3 of her keychains from her Etsy shop. And I'll also have her Etsy shop linked down below in the description box. So in order to enter, please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already, and comment on how your school year is going so far, and whether it's a positive start or even if it's been a hard start. We would love to hear it and have a conversation going. Also, don't forget to check out the playlist on how our school year is going so far, and also don't forget to check out Davene and Shauna's channels and give them some love. And as always, thank you so much for your time, and see you again soon. I noticed that the keychains were not totally in the frame of the video, so I'm filming this little bit so I can show you better. So here's one of the keychains of a watermelon, and here is a rainbow and a sunflower.